Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today's video is a little bit different again, I suppose, than what I've done lately. If you're like me, I suppose you tend to miss out on the plays and often come along to the game maybe at the wrong stage and miss the big gains, I suppose, is the big thing. I'm hoping that with this video you stick around, you listen to what I have to say about this thing, and you kind of make your own decision on it. So, as a thumbnail basically describes, is this chain going to be the Solana killer or the L1, L2 killers? If somebody's not familiar, you probably understand from the logo or got the gist of it from the logo. This is Sonic Labs. So, Sonic Labs, previously Fantom Foundation, just if you're not aware of it. I think instantly on this, the rebrand is going to help massively, because obviously with Fantom, there is a bit of history there with it that has impacted it negatively and potentially stops the growth going forward. Hopefully, maybe with Sonic, as I said, it could be a big opportunity for listing on Coinbase especially, which would allow for easier user acquisition for definite. But in terms of technology wise, I'm not going to talk in tech terms. I'm going to look more from the user point of view and the reason why I am personally investing heavily into this one. So the first thing here I want to bring your attention to is the CEO Michael Kong posted this, I think only yesterday or last night. An L1 killer, L2 killer, and Solana killer. This is in relation to CoinMarketCap, who did an article here on potential Solana killers. The big thing to pay attention to this is this is the only tech information I try and throw out there, is this thing. So the max transaction per second, you can see here at the moment Sonic is 10,000. Now the 10,000, this has been tested from what I can gather on real live data, and it's not inflated with artificial numbers. I think some of these have been inflated with artificial numbers. This is a true transaction per second based on, I think, validation by nodes and things like that. So that's something to bear in mind and pay attention to when you see charts like this. You instantly think Sui network is 10 or whatever massive amount of time better than obviously Sonic. But again, I don't know enough about Sui. Has it been tested? Is it real life data or what it is? So we'll leave it at that anyway. But again, go through that to get an idea of it. So here I am on Andre's account, his search history from his account.
You know what this is.
If you're not familiar who Andre is, he's pretty much the Godfather of DeFi, for want of a better word. He was one of the main players, I think, in creating different apps and stuff like that back in 2019, 2020, around that time. Obviously, he's been around much more longer than that, but you can see here from this tweet was made March the 21st. The number one DEX on Base and the number one DEX on Optimus are both built with code heroes. So this code is the VE33 model, where you buy your tokens, lock your tokens to earn voting, which earn a reward. Now this model was a massive change from what originally DEX has had, or SEX has had. So there was never, like PancakeSwap for an example, used to be you could farm the cake token, but the cake token had very little benefit in terms of the whole ecosystem. Whereas obviously now at the moment with Aero, Aero has massive sell pressure on it, but because there's people buying it to lock it up, it kind of mitigates that sell pressure massively. And I think from that point alone, if he was one of the main people who built the code, I would imagine he has a few different projects being built, and I know he has mentioned that he has 3 or 4 projects that he wants to release, but there's no chain capable of doing it as of yet. So obviously that's where Sonic will step in. The next thing to pay attention to is this. This is just something I wanted to check out myself. You can see here I searched Solana network down. You can see the amount of times Solana has been down, and even at that, there's probably much more times that it has been down. Again, that's not what personally I'd imagine developers want to be doing, is building on chains that are obviously become super slow or end up crashing, that nothing happens. And if you have user funds and the chain goes down, you can't get access to it, instantly fear steps in. So I think that's a big thing. And I just, out of curiosity, I searched the same for Fantom network, of course, and most of this you can see here. Obviously even Andre talks about Solana network being down, but he doesn't come along and diss it. He basically says that it's obviously because of the growth Solana had, it wasn't ready for it. But again, most of the talk here is just about Fantom in general and price token and stuff like that. So from the business point of view, you can see here the website Sonic. At the moment, it's a Sonic Boom is the main page. This is an incentive that's being run at the moment to encourage developers and builders to build on Sonic. Up to $35 million basically worth of the Fantom token is allocated to anyone that's building. So if you come along, build a DApp basically, you'll get rewarded with different types of gems. So these gems will allow you to give these off to the user. So it's a massive incentive again, and it's a great way for obviously developers to build something that's used, and which will obviously attract users because they're wanting to get these gems, which in turn will give them a bigger allocation, I think, to the airdrop, or just maybe more airdrop tokens or whatever. But it's incentivizing users, and it's obviously incentivizing builders because they have much more grants available for developers and builders. So you can see here, these are what they're looking to build out at the moment. So there's a massive amount of opportunity here for a builder. The next, I suppose, thing here even is the gas monetization. So this is another incentive here for builders. I think from what I can remember, you as a protocol developer, you will get, I think it is up to 90% or 90% of the transaction fees will be distributed to the developers or the projects, and obviously from that it's pretty much extra funds for building to help lower the cost of building and things like that. So so actually see it here, from 15 to 90% is going to be given back to the developers. So have an ecosystem vault again, which percentage of the transaction fees goes to this, which can help fund protocols, and it can be voted on, I think, how this is used. And again, this is the gas monetization at the moment. Now this, remember, is on the Fantom, the offer chain, so figures are going to be a little bit different, but you can see here the benefits of it. So like PaintSoft, for example, have 1,500 Fantom tokens to claim from this, and so far they have claimed 9,000 Fantom. So again, the price of this, when it was up higher, well, Fantom was at all-time high, was up around, I think, 30 grand maybe worth of Fantom tokens. So nothing wrong with it, considering it didn't really cost you to do this. And it's, as I said, it's an extra cash flow for a business. And just on the cash flow side of things, I couldn't find the article at the moment, but Fantom Foundation in general, and obviously now moving to Sonic, have a runway of, I think, 30 years. So I couldn't find the actual figures where they were, but they have over 30 years of funds available for development and building. So there's not many other protocols, if any, would have that, and that is all down to, I think, Andre's, where's it gone? He using the treasury funds, and obviously in DeFi, and has allowed him to grow, I think, on to a massive amount. So again, 30 years of runway. So I don't know how much it costs each year, but as I said, there's a lot of money there available for it. Make sure you check out the Sonic the articles they have here. They have a lot of different articles just released, and as I said, they're releasing stuff nearly every 2 or 3 days now at this moment in time, so it's hard to keep up with everything, but it's well worth to check it out. You can see here by the price over the last 7 days, we've increased from 38 cent up to 49 cent now at the moment, and I still think you'll probably start to see more and more influencers are starting to touch on this now and discuss it in general. So it's well worth now to start learning more about it and position yourself in a position that where you can take advantage of it. So obviously, if you buy Fantom today, that will, once Sonic launches, you can migrate that straight to Sonic, to the S token. It's a one-to-one swap, and if you want to use Fantom, you can still use Fantom. So the Fantom, the Opera chain, will still be in action, and you can easily bridge over to the S chain, to Sonic chain. So just to finish it off, if you stuck this far, I appreciate it. You can see here just a general overview of the price potential. This is based on the current values at the moment. So obviously you can see Solana, we have 5.5 billion. Fantom is only 86 million, and base is 1.6 billion. So you can see here straight away that if the main DEX on base is, most of it is coded and developed by Andre, and he is CTO of now Sonic Labs, you can see here like there's already a 2x opportunity there just based on this. And as I said, base is very young chain as well. And in relation to Solana, you can see the same thing. There's a massive opportunity in comparison to TVL of happening. You have a lot more projects building out on Sonic, and you have platforms such as, I think, Aave will be building on it, so opportunity to lend, and an opportunity, I think, for the Ethereum network chain, some of that TVL to also come over to the Sonic chain. So again, you can see Ethereum here, obviously, what is it, nearly 48-50 billion. So some of that TVL will eventually move over to Sonic because of the dApps that are building on it. So yeah, look, that's pretty much it. If you're looking to learn any more about it, let me know in the comments. I'm more than happy to help as much as I can. Make sure you follow me on X. As I said, I discuss this a lot, and the community itself is strong and is very helpful with each other. So yeah, look, we leave it there. Thanks very much for watching, and I hope everyone has a great day. Thank you.